So we will be processing the data to come up with a large model. That is the direction that we are hitting now. But going forward, we want to reduce energy consumption furthermore and come up with a more compact processor. So right now we are using data to come up with the training model, but in the future, we want to provide an inference mechanism. Worldwide, the percentage between the training model and inference model, we see the latter growing. So when the time comes in, which inference model processor will be used out more in the field, we can see application in the field of, for example, robot operation, equipment operation plant, as well as in-vehicle application, because in those applications, lesser energy will be available. And also instantaneous decision must be made by the processor.
Just in terms of funding for the business, my understanding is that it's mostly coming from domestic companies, but are you interested in getting that international funding? Because certainly there's a lot of international VCs, PEs very much interested in Japanese firms.
So in the current round, we are obtaining funding from the Japanese entities, but in the next round, we want to solicit investments from international providers. What we plan to do is, we will leverage on the funding that we get in this round so that we can have a bigger track record to show the international investors when we go on to the next round.
Can you give us any names of potential companies that are interested, one, and two, given where you guys are, 10 years out now, is an IPO in the horizon?
Unfortunately, I cannot disclose the name of the investors nor talk about the IPO possibility. But given the fact that we need to manufacture more semiconductors in the future, at some point in time, I believe that IPO is necessary. So it all depends on how many rounds of fundraising we will go through before we feel ready for an IPO. Because to go to IPO, we will need funding that will be 1 or 2 digits higher in magnitude of the capital that we need. So before going IPO, we will try to keep providing high quality and high performance products so that we can be ready for an IPO. So if your question is IPO going to be 10 or 20 years down the road? No, probably not. It will be much earlier.